And I do want to give credit to my wonderful pages I have today, Mr. Liam Van Horn and James LaBourgeois. They've been doing a wonderful job today keeping the crowd full of doubloons. And again, a couple other people real quick. I know we're on a tight schedule. Superintendent, thank you. Without the NOPD blue, we would have no purple, green, and gold this morning. So thank you very much. And my good friend Archbishop Amon, who is with us this morning. But also I want to recognize Mrs. Benson and all she does for our community. Thank you very much. Whenever we're in need, you're there. And I hope you've noticed that on the Rex Court, this year on our team, we have a Manning, May Manning. And maybe in a year or two, you can get a Manning on your team. I think there's one in the state right over there. So again, to the Rex organization, thank you so much. It's a wonderful ride. It's going very quick. I'm getting a nervous captain and a nervous superintendent. So please, one last thing from me, Queen of Carnival, to my beautiful maids and dukes who have fun tonight. Hail Rex, enjoy it. And also, Liam said, Dickie, thank you. He put in an Uber Eats order for barbecue. 25 Uber Eats. And again, thank you all for coming out. Wonderful day. Appreciate it. And it wouldn't be Carnival without our royal subjects out here enjoying it today. Hail Rex. And last, to Phelps. You've been doing this for how many years? 60 years. Phelps Lewis, everybody. The man behind it. He deserves a lot of credit. Cheers.
And cheers indeed, Hail Rex. And of course, just a historic moment. So we're going to go down to Kevin Belton and
with the captain of Carnival
right now.
Sir Bathurst, it has to be a special day for you because I think you might know the Queen.
I may. It's undetermined, but I might know her pretty well. It's a special year for my family. Chef, it's always great to be with you on the ride. We're so thankful the superintendent and the New Orleans police allowed us to get out here even in a shortened route, and we're going to have a great day.
We appreciate all the hard work that you all do throughout the whole year, but especially for today, and congratulations to you and your family.
Thank you so much. Tatum's having an absolute blast, and the crowds are amazing. Hopefully the weather cooperates and we get safely off the street in good timing, and I can get back and watch the reruns of your great cooking shows. I watch them all the time.
You're too nice. You're too nice. Hey guys, that's it from here. You've witnessed history. Now let's toss back over to Gallia Hall.
Rain or shine, we all come together and have an amazing time. It's all good. Hail King Rex.
Doug Mouton, back live on the streets in front of Gallier Hall. This is float number 30 going by us right now in the Zulu.
While Doug goes and grabs
that. So much.
He's getting a bunch of stuff. We have collected so many things.
The throws have been ridiculous.
They have.
I don't know what.
Wait, let's see what you got. What did you get on this one? Oh, that's actually a nice little chalice. Yes. Now,
it's a Zulu chalice caught on live television.
here is one of my favorite ones I got. It's a coconut, but look at the thing. Look at the accessory with it. We may need to try this.
Somehow they looked at us and identified us
Immediately.
as the crew that needed a coconut and a little bottle of vodka.
It goes a long way in a parade like this. Here's float number 31 right here. We're still waiting to see the king of Zulu coming by, but right now it is a party down here near Gallier Hall. Everybody's throwing some stuff. You got some? Let's see if I can grab something real quick. Hey, I got beats right here. Yeah, look at that. There's coconuts going around. So many good stuff. There's a stuffed animal right there. We've got more coconuts over here. As you can see, they're just giving away stuff right now. Just giving away stuff.
You got nothing.
And we got nothing. That's okay.
You know what? That's okay. He had a big smile, and that's all we did.
He had a big smile saying, I'm not giving you a single thing, but enjoy your day. Have a super day. That's what he told us. With his
Who are
eyes.
we again? We are
Super.
I'm a bowl. I am not a delicious sugary cereal. I am a bowl.
Well, you were to sell this, we were actually going to give you a bowl haircut wig.
what
But
I need.
because it is a wiggler day, according to Peyton Malone, we didn't have that. Here's another float.
Oh my God.
Let's see if we get some more stuff. Hey! Oh my goodness, thank you. Look at that. We've got a coconut. Another. I don't know if I have enough hands. If I can do that.
Mardi Gras.
I'm just collecting
To you
coconuts.
specifically. Happy Mardi Gras. To you. No, to you. Yes.
Just to that person. Only that person. Only that person.
How you doing? Happy Mardi Gras. To you specifically as well.
Enjoy that cigar.
Oh
I'm
my God.
jealous.
You know what?
What?
Ricardo and I are 2/3. Actually, Adam Ney is our photographer.
Yes.
This is 3/4 of the Channel 4 Sports Group.
Right.
But we want to get it to the other quarter.
Let's do that.
The
Let's
other
do
quarter.
the other quarter.
You know where he is?
The French quarter. Let's head there.
The other quarter is Seth Lewis in the French quarter.
Doug, first of all, your voice is going to be non-existent by tomorrow.
Sounds like he's having fun at least.
He's having a really good time.
think-
Ricardo is experiencing his first Zulu ever. He got a coconut on the first float.
Absolutely.
I mean, he's having a
great time out there. But I think we may be having a better time.
Probably so.
We are on Bourbon. We are at Felix's Restaurant and Oyster Bar on the balcony. And guys, this is the perfect place to be here on Mardi Gras. I feel like things are starting to pick up.
Yes.
And I feel like give it an hour, hour and a half once the parades roll through, everyone's gonna head down here.
Yeah, it's kind of an interesting flow. Like right here on the 200 block of Bourbon, it's a scatter of people. But if you look further down the block as you go to the 300 block, it's really starting to pick up, and we've seen some really interesting costumes. But before we get to other people's costumes, I feel like we got to introduce who we are.
All right, so we have Scrim. We had to get a little X-ray. You know, he was on the lam for a few weeks. He had some bandages, but I think he's up and ready for Mardi Gras.
Yeah,
He's ready to run around.
Scrim is ready for everything. Scrim survived a snowstorm. Scrim survived
He was on the
being
streets.
shot. Scrim survived jumping from a balcony. Now, we're not suggesting that Alyssa jumped from this balcony
I
today.
can't make promises.
No.
I do have my air tag on today.
You do have the air tag. So
in case I get lost, you guys will be able to find
I
me.
have a feeling that she might go missing at some point.
But if I do go missing, Zeus's Rescues is here to find me.
Yes, so an interpretation of Zeus. We got the traditional Greek garb.
Yeah.
And the catcher net as well. So
I think it'll be a good Mardi Gras for Scrim.
For sure. And I think it's going to be a great Mardi Gras on Bourbon Street. As
Oh,
we've
absolutely.
continually seeing people pick up and, Yeah, it's gonna be a really nice one.
We saw one of my favorite costumes that we've seen today was the Tower Plaza group.
Yeah.
They were in like a checkered jumpsuit with like little top hats on. It was absolutely great. It was so New Orleans.
Yes, and then another group I really liked was the misses, but it was like misinformation,
Yes,
misdiagnosis, misbehavior.
I'm sure they're gonna have the best time today.
Yeah, we're gonna see if we can catch up with them a little bit later as well. But
oh yeah, we're gonna get out into the crowd in a little bit. I might get lost. I'll try to stay close. But you know, Scrim likes to run around and be on the lam. But we're having a great time here on Bourbon Street. We're gonna be here all day. I can't wait. Right now, I know we've been talking about the weather, but right now it's really nice.
It's so nice right now. Honestly, on the walk over, it was kind of, I was sweating a little bit, you know what I mean? Trying to keep up with you, but I mean, when you're trying to keep up with Scrim, it's just what it is.
You never know what's going to happen. All right, we're going to be here on Bourbon, have some more fun. We'll be right back with, of course, all the Mardi Gras has to offer. We'll be right back.
Just burning down, throw the baby out the window, let those giants burn down. All because it's gonna put down.
And welcome back to the crew of Rex, rolling along Napoleon Avenue right now. We are on float number, where are we at? We are on 16 passing by right now. We got 17 coming up. The crowds are having a fantastic time out here. We saw the toast from the King of Rex to the courts. We saw it to his wife, as well as the Queen of Carnival, Miss Tatum Reese, who's on the reviewing stands as well. And it has been a wonderful morning for a parade out here. The crews are throwing. Crowds are loving it. It has been absolutely just Mardi Gras magic as Crew of Rex rolls through the streets, headed uptown. I'm sure that I've already turned on to St. Charles. Let's see if we can catch something right now. Let's start me. Hey! There we go. We got something. I think I'm doing pretty well so far. I mean, they love to just pelt you with beads, especially if you're a little higher up. All you need is a microphone and a camera. It's like a magnet to some degree. But you can still look all the way down Napoleon, and the floats are still lined up as far as we can see. I know, of course, with the shortened route, these floats are moving through here pretty quickly. There's been no marching groups at all with Rex that we've seen, just the captain on horseback, and the only stop we had was for when the King of Carnival himself, Mr. Hal Crosby, toasted the city, as well as toasted the Rex organization, toasted the city, or the people of New Orleans, as well as his queen. So that was a nice little moment there. Of course, we saw that placard on the iconic float that the King rides on, honoring the victims of the New Year's Day terror attack on Bourbon Street, the 14 lives lost that day. So that, of course, a rolling tribute as it moves along in the city. Of course, this organization is one of the best known in the city in regards to Carnival. It has been just sheer magic out here. Let's just take a moment, kind of look at some of these floats kind of running by. Got some more? Let's see what this. So you're looking. That's the image of La Belle Epoque. That is the theme of this year's parade, and all of the different floats, of course, adhering to it. They're all just magic. I was talking to one of the Rex organizers a little bit earlier. He said once these floats roll back into their den today, maybe tomorrow, what happens is they'll take a moment to catch a breath, and then everything goes to white on the floats. Everything's taken off, everything's deconstructed, all the beautiful artwork that you see is taken off, and it just becomes this blank canvas once again. And then immediately they start working on new artwork, new things to put on the float, in leading it up to next year. It's almost a sin to get rid of such beautiful artwork, but it's in so many photos and so many videos in the archives. People are going to make memories with the floats that roll by here today, and of course it'll be the same thing next year. With this shortened route, I think a lot of folks decided to come out here, maybe even from Jefferson Parish, to have the parades canceled, because these crowds are absolutely loving it. The wind has been here and there. We felt a few gusts, but nothing major. The sun is kind of peeking in and out of the clouds, and it's been a really good time to see these crews kind of go on by. They know they're doing it on a shortened route with a much shorter parade this year, but they said they're still going to make it happen. In Rex's history, only 7 times has this parade been canceled. Of course, the last one was for the COVID pandemic. There's been a few wars mixed in there. Only once for inclement weather. The other was for a political unrest in the city, as well as the police strike back in the 70s. So they didn't want to add to the history book, so to speak, on this parade. They wanted to make sure that it was done pretty easily, and they have making it happen. We've got Chef Kevin Belton in the crowd somewhere. I can't find him at the moment. Actually, he's across the street, and we want to go to him. We can interview him real quick. He is actually on the other side of this float. We're going to let the float pass, Chef, and then we'll come to you. So just hang tight right there. Or if you can get them while they're stopped, we'll go to you. Chef, go.
I tell you what, let me ask you this. You're an expert, Mardi Gras. What's it feel to have no bands and just nothing but float after float after float?
I rode last year, and there's a lot of music, so, I mean, it's fast.
It's like just a concentration of catching beads.
Yes, sir. It's just continuous.
There we go. There we have it. From the mouths of youth. No bands, it's just continuous catching and catching and catching and catching and catching.
All right, I think you found the right way to do it out there, Chef Kev. Find yourself a kid that's going to get all the goods out there. Sorry, we want to send it back down to St. Charles Avenue right now with the crew at NOLA.
Thank you.
Well, you know, guys, it's been like an hour or so waiting to say hi to you, but here we are because we do love you. We stuck around, but you know, things happen. Y'all wait an hour the next time, we may not be here.
We'll be on the street.
Right.
Listen, we saw the whole Zulu parade roll by. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
Now we're starting to see a little bit of inklings of Rex rolling by.
Right, beginning now. Got some lingering throws from Zulu, including.
This is amazing.
Yes, this was a gift. Really excited to have this.
Pretty much all our coconuts were gifts.
Yes, exactly.
Actually, yeah, but you caught some good stuff
Right.
as well.
They were throwaway.
They were very generous. It was a good time. And then Leah and I, you know, they have, you guys weren't coming to us, so we were having some fun. And they had, you know, Flex Your Body by Cupid. They were down there. So Leah and I had to get down there.
That right foot, left foot, and jump song, right? We went downstairs. Well, I saw y'all.
So we went downstairs. You did
I
it.
tried.
Wasn't it
I
good?
tried.
We were hanging out.
Listen. Listen.
But he watches us.
I had to run to the restroom.
Alphaba does possess the ability, depending on the time of day, to lift this dress and wobble.
Oh yeah, we're Wicked. We're from Wicked.
By the way, yeah, if you hadn't caught on, so Linda, we've got the Wizard, Prince Fiero, excuse me, and Alphaba. So we're having a good time here celebrating. And I won't harp on it too long because we get a little emotional, Leah and I. But we did love Wicked, and that was part of why we chose this costume. But we also wanted to pay homage to a year that was really special to Sally Ann and Eric. They both told me that they loved being a part of this, the year that they were the Wizard of Oz. Those were their costumes for Mardi Gras Day. So that was a lot of the inspiration why that was actually why we chose
it.
It
really was. We talked about it months in advance.
Yeah, we did.
We said,
and we were like, what are we going to do? And we were like,
actually, before the turn of the year.
It was, and we were like, Wicked is relevant, but also we know Eric, and you know, we're missing Eric obviously this afternoon. We're also missing Alfred. Alfred was a big part of our Mardi Gras coverage.
He loved today.
That man knew everything about New Orleans high schools that I never knew I could know. So,
from all of his years working with the New Orleans public school system, Alfred was the voice for the public school system's football games, and among other things. If you know, back in the pre-Katrina days, they were on Channel 8, which was the on the cable Channel 8, not WVUE. It was the New Orleans public school system's channel. I'm not sure that it still is, but you could watch school board meetings, but also other programming that they had there. Another note about Alfred, I'm not sure if they are marching today considering the modification, but the 610 Stompers. One of my really good friends, we grew up together, we're from Algiers, we went to St. Aug together, Aaron Davis, is a member of the organization, and so we saw each other on Sunday uptown catching the parades, and he told me that his plan was he had the gold shoes, and Alfred had his shoes ready, dedicated for Eric, to Eric. Aaron's shoes this year, and again, I'm not sure if they're marching or wherever he is, one shoe is dedicated to Eric, the other shoe is dedicated to Alfred.
That's so special. Yeah, I got to see the 610 Stompers at multiple parades over the past couple of days, and they just like bring such joy, and I immediately thought of Alfred and how much he loved it. So we're definitely missing both of those powerhouses that, you know, love that they brought to Mardi Gras Day, but they're here with us in spirit, and
they
we
certainly
hope that
are.
we're carrying that on.
And listen, I don't know if we can take a view of what's going on out here across.
It's amazing.
Y'all,
look at this crowd.
You know, this morning when we woke up, we were like, okay, and it was early, but we were like, the crowds look a little thin, but they are looking good this afternoon.
They look amazing.
They are looking great.
Yeah,
and things are only going to get better as we await the arrival of Rex, which is beginning to make its way here along the, we'll call it the promenade here along St. Charles at Terpsichore. Perched atop Lula Distillery, the team here has been really great. The people here have been really great too. And what's also been great about this stop is talking to a lot of the people here. These are local families out having a great time, out enjoying their day, and also out being part of the festivities with us.
It's great. We're going to pull up Jeff in a little bit, who owns Lula Distillery, with his wife, and chat with him a bit, because, you know, this is a place where a lot of families enjoy year after year all that the parades down St. Charles have to offer, and it's been really special, I think, with everybody saying, okay, the weather's going to bring us something this afternoon, we got to move it up early, but everybody said that's what we're going to do, and they showed up, and it's been great energy so far. And Leah, for your first time being up here on the stands, I know you're a Mardi Gras queen, but how is it?
It's fun, man. I just love hanging out with y'all. Y'all are pretty cool.
We love you.
We love you.
I've ever dressed up for Mardi Gras, because we don't dress up. I'm not mad at it.
There we go.
Love y'all.
Lord.
We'll be right back.
Hello, y'all. Happy Mardi Gras. We are live in the Marigny. We have Malik Mingo, Lily Cummings, but today, that's not who we are.
We are Tony Sacheries, adding a little seasoning on your Mardi Gras day. And hello, Crystal Hot Sauce. Baby, the spice is here.
The heat, we're bringing the flavor to your Mardi Gras day, and all of the folks in the Marigny are bringing the creativity. Just look at this sea of totally awesome costumes. This has definitely grown since we got here around 8 this morning, a little bit before 8. You can totally see how many people are just putting their creativity on display. The winds are picking up out here, but I hope, Malik, that everybody's got their wigs secured.
Okay, because the wind is picking up out here. I'm trying to make sure this chef hat stays on. But Lily, all of the costumes have just been amazing. We've seen some people up here right now. Look, she's wearing something that she called a Bacchus. We love to see it for sure. We've seen Scrim.
Scrim.
We've seen
eggs.
Now. We've seen Charlie XCX.
Charlie XCX. We've also seen a whole family dressed as different New Orleans desserts.
Yes, I see a martini out here. I see a whole lot of groups out here. But one thing that's really surprising me and you, since this is our first time out here, it's so family friendly.
It is. There are a lot of kids that are out here enjoying this parade as well, and enjoying all of just the colors and the beautiful weather and everything that comes with Mardi Gras Day festivities.
It's so amazing.
It's been great. Now, there is one group that we interviewed this morning with a great costume. There's 5 of them, I think, right?
Yes, and we want to see if y'all can guess who it is. Take a look at our interview. Here in the Marigny, the costumes really reign supreme. And joining us now, Ed Kirkpatrick, the superintendent of the NO Police Department.
NOPD.
NOPD, baby.
So tell us a little bit about the costume, the idea behind it, how you got it executed perfectly today.
It all started with her hair.
It all started with the hair.
Yeah.
And you know
I knew immediately it would be a wonderful costume for Mardi Gras.
And I love the red glasses. That's so iconic. But we were talking about how your badge is upside down.
Somebody just told me to do that. I didn't know that police officers put their badge upside down.
We're learning something new.
I'll have to do this.
I just learned this.
And it's the nameplate really for me. The A Kirkpatrick, like they have it down to a T.
So iconic.
The hair's perfect.
The hair's perfect.
Listen, Granny Kirkpatrick.
Granny Kirkpatrick for sure. And I think what's so great is that you all come down here, you're from New Orleans. Talk about the spirit of the Marigny, because me and Lily, this is our first time. We dressed up. Wow. We wanted to have a good time. So talk about what this day really means to people who come down here year after year.
We used to go to St. Charles with our girls when they were small, and then they grew up, and we started coming to St. Anne, and we loved the costuming. It's so fabulous down here.
Oh, it's great
we
down
enjoy
here.
Every
It's
year.
one of the most exciting times of the year. You can be whoever you want, as long as you want, for that whole day. It's great. Love it.
Now, do you all stay in the Marigny, or do you kind of trickle into the French Quarter with everyone?
We trickle into the French Quarter and go have a nice lunch.
That's perfect. Malik, we need to have a nice lunch.
Well, look, with your lunch today, put some Tonys on it.
And some Cristal.
And some Cristal hot sauce for sure. It is so fun. You know, y'all gotten to walk around. We've been walking around as well. Favorite costume you've seen so far?
Oh, awesome. Y'all are good.
Oh, stop it.
They're just saying
saying that because they like seasoning and spice. But besides us, who else did y'all really
We just
enjoy?
got here.
We just got here.
Oh, baby. Well, look, I think y'all are winning.
So far, yes.
And
yes.
there are multiple Ann Kirkpatricks coming to join y'all?
Yes.
3 others.
3 more.
Well, NOPD is in full effect.
It is the crew of Kirkpatrick, Malik.
It is the crew of Kirkpatrick. Right. Listen, it is such a great time here in the Marigny. Shout out to y'all. Look, Malik Mingo, Lily Cummings with Ann Kirkpatrick. We'll send it back to y'all.
Oh.
It is so fun, and as you all can see, the people are still out here. So many different costumes. I don't know if y'all can see, but the crew of Ann Kirkpatrick, the other people have joined them. The red glasses, it is amazing. Lily Cummings, also known as Crystal Hot Sauce. We just saw Chaperone, the costume, of course.
Yes, yes, we saw Chaperone. We've seen a lot of scrims. Just everything that you could use, Malik, to make a costume. Glitter, sequins, tassels, feathers. Everything is out here today. Tell me a little bit about how you chose your costume. I mean, you look just like the guy on this can, okay?
Listen, well, look, everybody uses Tonys, okay?
Show
and
the
I
guy.
put a little Malik
Show the
spin
Tony.
on it, right? So I put Tony on the chef hat, and if you all can notice, on the actual bottle here, he wears a great outfit. So I just kind of inspired that. And look, guess where I got this Tony's from? My Crystal Hot Sauce friend here, Lily Cummings. And I think it's so amazing because you made this yourself.
Yes, I did make this. Now, I want to admit that a few of the sequins have fallen off because we are a few hours into Mardi Gras Day now. Okay, we've been in the crowds. Yes, the wind is winning, and the people are out and about bumping into us, but that is okay. I made this Sunday, I think. And then we have, of course, my bottle cap as my top hat, and we both have our seasoning, and I have my little hot pepper earrings. So we got it all down pat. We are bringing the Louisiana heat to your Mardi Gras Day.
Baby, you look hot, okay?
Oh, okay.
And listen, it's amazing, all these costumes. We're going to continue to be out here, beautiful people. So continue to enjoy all of the amazing things that Mardi Gras Day is offering. These costumes are great, and we'll be right back with more of our carnival coverage. Stay tuned.
I just dropped my side. Welcome back to our Carnival on 4 coverage. Doug Mouton, Ricardo LeCombe. Zulu has just rolled through downtown past Gallier Hall. We're at the end of the parade, so now we have all these wonderful revelers walking down the street trying to find those extra throws on the ground and also try to stop and chat with us and get on TV.
And we're good with that.
And we're fine with that. We're fine.
I'm going to call this the Gallier Hall post-game show.
Okay, I like that.
Here's the thing. Ricardo and I, my favorite part of this was when Rex was making the proclamation, because we had about 45 minutes to just watch the parade. This is bag number 2.
So we were paraders, we were revelers in this instead of actually, commentating on the parade. So we got to participate, and that was our bag. And I told you, and I said this the last hit, but this is still my favorite coconut hit.
Yes.
And I'm very tempted to partake in the Mardi Gras party.
Yeah, it is unbelievable.
I almost won't. I won't. We'll check some other things out.
Yeah, keep searching.
Yeah,
There's some good stuff in
we
there.
had the chalice.
That's Mouton's chalice.
Oh, and for all you in the car folks out there, I really love this. Remember, the state champs, undefeated, probably one of the best end-of-car teams ever. We really have. We will. We will.
Yes.
And we got umbrellas, beads, a ton of coconuts.
What was really different about this was without the bands in between.
Yes.
It was float after float after float. They're all throwing a ton of stuff. No kidding. I think we collected all together at least 60 coconuts.
I think that's a fair estimate of how many we have, as well as
just a spectacular day. Everybody's in a good mood.
Right.
It's amazing.
Right, as well as all the throws and beads that we also get to have. And check this one out. This is a pretty cool little
turnover chain.
Two-lane turnover chain. Two-lane turnover chain.
This is the signature bead of Zulu. And this one was my personal favorite from the Big Shot float. Their signature bead. Just great stuff here at Zulu. Everybody in a good mood, everybody having fun. In theory, the weather's going to turn at some point, but who cares? It hasn't done it yet.
Right, and it hasn't done it. Like, the wind is picking up a little bit, but not too bad. So if you still had the parade rolling right now, actually, the wind doesn't feel too bad. It wouldn't feel like a float or somebody would fly away or anything like you would be in total danger. It was, I think, for the parade, probably ideal conditions that you could have.
It was great.
Beautiful.
And one last time for people tuning in now.
So if you don't know what we are.
The stupid costumes.
The stupidest, best costume.
Ramen. It's not noodles.
Instead, I am a cup of soup with the
And I am not cereal. I am a bowl.
We are the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl. It was so spectacular. So much fun.
Happy Mardi Gras.
Happy Mardi Gras. Happy Mardi Gras as well. Happy Mardi Gras. You said it perfectly.
Yes.
That's actually
well done.
That is.
I trusted you on live TV.
We did.
And you didn't say anything wrong.
We did.
So thank you.
And to you all out there, happy Mardi Gras. Enjoy our Carnival on 4 coverage. We'll be right back after this.
I'm here with Police Chief Kilpatrick. How difficult of a decision was this to make?
This was a more difficult decision. The reason it's an easier decision to just cancel. Would have been easy. We're done.
Yeah.
But leadership doesn't lead one to be making easy decisions. I made a hard decision in consultation with the mayor, a lot of different people, and I think I made the right call. And so it's worked out fabulously, but it's still a window. And so everybody's got to get off the street, but everybody has worked together.
Well, look, when you talked yesterday afternoon, it almost sounded like you were leaning towards canceling the whole thing.
Because
Were
it's
you
easy.
at that time?
It's easy, right? And I'm a risk manager, but it's just like a pilot who has to take off. You make decisions that I thought were reasonable and probable, not just possible. And I'm accustomed to hard decisions. I think in the long run, this was the right decision. I did consult with the boss, the mayor, and the mayor also was like-minded. And that's also easier when we're collectively like-minded. So I'm pleased with the outcome.
At what time was it yesterday when you finally said, okay, we're going to go through with this?
5 o'clock.
5 o'clock.
That's
At 5
when I
o'clock
said.
you said, we're good.
We're good. I'm going to do it.
And all indications are that it was the right move, right?
Yeah, you're right. And people, you know, New Orleans, this is what we're known for worldwide. And you don't just cancel, and you impact a lot of lives. And so I thought that I could be reasonable in making this decision, though it's the harder of the two decisions. So, but I'm accustomed to hard decisions, as I said.
Yeah, and look, thank you very much for giving us a few minutes. That's Police Chief Kilpatrick on why the city decided to roll this way and the decision-making process.
Welcome back, everyone, and happy Mardi Gras with this weather impact alert. Mardi Gras Tuesday for us because we know the weather is going to kind of get a little bit poor as we go into the afternoon hours. So far, it's been great. It's been wonderful so far for all the parades that can roll early today, of course, because we have the high winds expected to continue to increase going into the afternoon hours. Not only do we have the strong winds, but we do have a round of rain and storms and possibly some strong to severe storms that will be pushing in later in the afternoon hours throughout the early part of the evening. So make sure if you will be out and about today, you are staying on top of the weather, as things can certainly change quickly. It has been good so far, but this is what is off to our west, this line of rain and storms that will be impacting us throughout the late afternoon and early evening out ahead of a cold front. So you notice this morning it has been cool so far, but we're in the warm sector now. Temperatures are warming into the 70s, and we'll probably get to the upper 70s as we progress into the afternoon before that cold front arrives. We're taking a current look at our wind speeds. They are increasing. So far this morning, it hasn't been terrible, but we're starting to see these isolated wind gusts in a few spots up to 40 miles per hour. So widespread gusts now above 30 miles per hour, 40 at the airport in Kenner, 39 at the lakefront, 22 in Slidell, 30 in Hammond. There's a high wind warning in effect until 9 o'clock this evening because of these wind gusts that could actually get up to 50 miles per hour, maybe even above 50 miles per hour before any storms even reach us. This is going to be a gusty day. Temperatures getting to the upper 70s. There could be a few breaks of sun, but talking mostly cloudy skies. And then expect the storms to arrive after 3 p.m. and they'll continue to move across the area until about 7 or 8 o'clock tonight. And then once we get to about 8 o'clock, we'll be done with the storms. Tomorrow is going to be a really wonderful day, much cooler, but still breezy. Not as windy as today, though. Here's a closer look at those wind gusts throughout the afternoon. Again, it's going to be common to see gusts above 30 miles per hour, up to 40 miles per hour, but we can get those rogue gusts, maybe 50 plus miles per hour this afternoon. Plus, we'll be watching for that line of storms that moves in later today that will bring the risk of strong winds and isolated tornadoes. So we have been dry so far this morning. The next couple of hours still going to be quiet. It's not until we get to about 2 or 3 o'clock the line approaches from the west, and we'll start to see storms really pick up across the area between 4 and 7 o'clock tonight. This is 5 p.m. You can see the line of storms impacting us continuing to push eastward. 6 o'clock tonight, the New Orleans metro area getting in on the action. Fast forwarding to about 8, 9 o'clock, we will be done with the storms as the front pushes in, but it will stay breezy as the storms exit. We've been talking about the severe weather risk that has gone up for us. It's up to a level 3 out of 5 risk across the entire area. That's the enhanced risk. Plus, we have this hatching across the region. That means any tornadoes that may form, it's not a guarantee, but if they can form, they may end up being a bit on the stronger side or last a bit longer. That's what that hatching means. But really, we're watching for that and the risk for some strong wind gusts within the line of storms that comes in throughout the late afternoon and early evening that could bring gusts above 70 miles per hour if a storm can turn severe. Again, the ingredients are there. Doesn't mean it's for sure going to happen, but with the ingredients there, it's better to let you know. Make sure you stay on top of the weather. As we're celebrating now, things kind of unfold and go downhill into the afternoon and early evening. Flooding looks to not be a concern. The storms will be passing off pretty quickly. We'll get about a ½ an inch, 3/4 of an inch of rainfall, but it's really the strong winds we'll be watching for later today. We cool down tomorrow, still breezy, plenty of sunshine, beautiful weather through the rest of the week, but we will see some rain return on Saturday.
Alexa, we do appreciate that full forecast. And looking around, Peyton, we're beginning to see the wind is beginning to pick up. We saw a tent go a little while ago.
Toilet paper's, you know, we're gusting to 40 now, and this is why we're trying to rush those parades, because the winds are only going to pick up even more as we go through the afternoon. And then as Alexa was saying, eventually we're going to be on that severe storm watch. There is a tornado risk. You know, as she said, not everyone sees a tornado, but we really got to keep an eye on things later this afternoon, guys.
Yeah, it's a good thing, too, though. Rex looks like it's starting to make its way toward us. We're right at the intersection of St. Charles and Terpsichore, right here hanging out at Lula Distillery. So hopefully they'll make their way down here real soon so we can get it going.
We're not far from the end of their parade. They're stopping at Cali up right under the underpass.
So that means that it's well into progression once it's made this point, and that is a good point to make.
Yeah, I'm glad they are rolling past us, though, because it felt a little weird to be on Mardi Gras Day and have Zulu go, and then suddenly we'd just be done. So I'm happy that Rex decided to change their route sort of at the last minute almost, and it's been great energy out here. So many families, so many amazing people, and we appreciate you guys tuning in.
Yeah, we definitely see Superintendent Ann Kirkpatrick kind of coming up right
back.
now.
She has been busy. She has been busy. The shot there on the street, you can see live here, so many people gathered. The crowd has multiplied significantly, and there is Superintendent Ann Kirkpatrick. She has traded in the SUV for her 2 feet, 4 wheels for 2 feet as supporters hug her there along the route. Superintendent Kirkpatrick talking about today being an example of people coming together to figure out a solution, considering the very real situation they faced of canceling parades today, not wanting to do that. And so here's what they decided to do, pushing things forward by a couple hours or so to make sure that things are up and running before the winds do get whipping. What we're going to do, as Rex does make its way to our point, is go charge our batteries, take a quick break, and come on back and show you as things are working their way here at St. Charles and Terpsichore. We'll be right back.